At this station, you're going to be learning about how children travel to school all across Asia. Asia is a huge continent. 48 different countries in Asia. And Asia has 4,532,920,817 people living there. That's a crazy amount of people. That's more than half of the entire world. More than half of the entire world lives in Asia. So, what we're going to be doing here is looking at pictures of kids traveling to school all across Asia. This is a picture of kids riding their bikes to school in Indonesia. They have to ride through thick smog and clouds created from natural elements and pollution to get to school. Do you know anyone who rides their bike to school? Do you think that they have to go the same way as these kids from Indonesia? Why do you think they're wearing masks? This is a picture of girls walking to school in Sri Lanka. They live in a very, very old city where the foundations of buildings are not that stable and the ground does not look exactly like ours. They have to walk over old buildings to get to school, which means they have to cross over very tall walls. They have used this board of wood to make a bridge from one wall to the other while their teacher stands at the other side waiting to help them get to school. These are young boys living in Japan. They are walking to school. As you can see, they've passed their playground in the back. Do you know anyone who walks to school? Do you like their uniforms? Have you ever seen anything like that before? China is a very, very big country. Most kids walk to school, take the bus, ride in cars, or ride their bikes to class. There are some places in China that flood very, very easily. When that happens, parents have to help their kids get across the water to school. The waters are so deep that they cannot walk because they are not tall enough yet. So younger children are put into tubs or small boats and pushed by an adult all the way to school because they cannot pass the water yet. This is a picture of 4 girls walking to school in the Philippines. They have to cross rocky beaches and waterways to get to school. This is different than China because these girls are tall enough and old enough to walk through the water themselves. So as you can see, they hold on to the sides of mountains and big rock formations and make their way across all of the water. Would you like to walk through water to get to school? These are other children in the Philippines. These kids are younger and cannot walk through the water to get to school. So, similar to kids in China, they have to go by boat or raft. This is a homemade raft that these boys are going to sail across the water to get to school. Next, we have a picture of kids in the Guizhou province walking to school. They live on a very rocky mountain, so they have to make their way down the mountain to walk to school. I am scared of heights, so I think I would be very nervous walking to school like this, but they're used to it, and it's not a problem for them. This is just a day in the life of a kid in Asia.